know how it's going to be. It's probably a quick and speedy process, but we'll see. I'll try to make it as quick as I can because I know a lot of people are busy. If you can hear my dog, excuse him. He's barking at something. All right, we'll just head into it. So I'll go over the voting format first so you all know how everything works out. And at the very end, there's going to be a link that has all the options, and you just select on which ones you want, which person you think is best for specific roles, and then you just enter in your vote, and that's it. And I think only for one of them. So one section, I have it like combined, so it's one person running for like either one, and so you'll just have to decide which one they're best fitted for. This position, and either one works out, but it just depends which one is best for them. And then there is one position that can have two officers, but you'll see that at the end. There'll be like a check mark thing instead of just one person being able to be in that position. Or it can either be both, one of the two. Yeah, just both or one of the two. All right. So the voting format, votes will be cast at the end of the meeting. Each candidate will have the floor for a few minutes. We will have a Q&A section after each candidate's pitch. And I believe Anna Ponce sent out some of the questions to candidates a little while back. So those are some of the questions, but also the questions will be up in a bit after the slide, I believe. The candidates will leave the meeting for a few minutes for open discussion, and I assume that we'll DM you when you're able to come back in, and then record your desired candidates as we progress through the meeting. So if you have a paper or pencil and you just think this person is more fit for this position, write down their name for that position and just like keep it to the side, or like open up a Word doc and like type out their name just to save it for when you actually vote and enter in your options. That way it's just like really quick. And then at the very end, we'll invite you to cast your vote through the virtual ballot. So the officer questions that we came up with, and we'll be asking each candidate after their little presentation would be, why are you applying for this position? What are your plans for AIGA UTA if you become an officer? How do you plan to adapt into your role during remote learning? What are some ways you think we can help promote / raise awareness for our club during this pandemic? And list like any qualifications you have. So like experience that may help you be a leader in this role that you're applying for, and just other things. Maybe it has to do with like graphic design or taking notes and such. With that being said, we'll go into the first role, which is president. So for president, the requirements are they must preside over all meetings for national officers or the general membership of AIGA UTA, oversee the planning and implementation of said meetings, and provide leadership, goal setting, and visioning for AIGA UTA organization. And so, right, I totally forgot. So when I sent out like the names, I think the candidates pretty much saw who was going to go in certain areas. So pretty much they work things out, and this is going to be kind of straightforward. Most slots have like just one officer running because other officers dropped out because they thought other officers would like work better in that position. But you guys will just like hear their pitch and kind of like confirm that they're good for this position. So yeah, it's going to be like pretty straightforward. So the only candidate that we have for president is Anna Ponce, and so I'll let her talk about have her little pitch and talk about things.
Hey, thank you. Can y'all hear me? Yeah? Okay, so awesome. So I guess I'll go ahead and start with kind of like the initial questions. I applied to be for president for AIGA because I feel like a lot of what I've learned and been experiencing in the organization was very helpful to help myself grow and then develop further as a professional. And I kind of want to have that moving forward for other members. I want to be more involved in helping facilitate that. I guess some of the plans that I'm hoping to do is to have, I guess, a development from the foundation that we've already developed. So we've been trying to develop mentor and mentee programs, been doing workshops, and I want to help that grow further. And due to COVID, it's been kind of difficult, adapting to these new scenarios. But through this semester that kind of passed, we were able to learn and experience a lot of things that will probably help us move forward into getting us more active and more aware of how to handle situations more virtually. And I hope to bring that kind of attention to our organization by getting you guys to be leaders as well. Like, I want to be able to build leaders and help you guys develop portfolios to not only have fun in learning these things, but also have a safety net to be able to practice being a professional, put your portfolios out there, your work, your projects, and have that safety and knowing that you're able to have our feedback and not lose a job for it. We want to help you get the job, and that's kind of like the goal that I have in mind for you guys. Yeah, that's about my pitch. Hopefully you guys vote for me. So I think you're muted, Kitty.
I am muted. Sorry about that.
You're fine.
I don't know when that happened, but yeah. I just asked like, did you answer the question where what are some ways you think we can promote and raise awareness for our club during this pandemic?
Yeah, so I feel like most of it will have to do with involvement and activity. So the
Mm-hmm.
more we get the gear running for our projects and putting that, Instagram, YouTube, a lot of this will have to be virtual since we can't really be physical. So it'll have to do with, I guess it goes back to the idea of getting you guys being more leadership roles. I want you guys to be able to teach things as well. If you're good at, pragmatic type or hand lettering, or if you're good at illustration, I want you guys to be able to have a platform where you present professionally and get experience in that.
And you had some qualifications, did you not?
Oh, yes. I used to run a nonprofit organization for American Institute of Architecture students. So that's like a kind of the architecture version of this program. So I used to run long-term and short-term projects for architecture, actual real-life experiences. So I would build ramps, or we had a proposal for building pavilions and stuff. So I had involvement in that kind of professional. So I hope to take those carry-on skills and bring them into AIGA.
Cool. And I'll just say it. She's the secretary of AIGA UTA right now, so that's another qualification.
I've
I think
seen
everybody knows
everything.
that. If you guys have any questions, you can ask her right now. And if you have like any concerns or anything, you could bring those up as well, so we can discuss that. I think I don't know how the is it the section where the candidate has to leave the meeting would work, because we have the ballot at the very end
So,
now.
I in the meetings you're able to request. So the suggestions, I don't know if I'll show up once I leave the meeting. It's in that suggestion list. So there's like Mason, Allison, and Jose. Like, I once I leave, it'll be there. You can do a request to join to bring me back,
Hmm.
and I'll just leave the meeting and then request me back whenever you're ready.
Okay.
Stressed
Cool.
about, or did you guys have any questions?
Yeah. Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, in the chat it says, "Why are you so awesome? You gotta address this."
I don't know what awesome qualifies, but I'm. It depends on experience. Please, I must know. I This cracks me up. I don't know. I feel like awesomeness has a subjective meaning, but I like to have fun and I like to get to know people. I like professionalism, but I also like to relax too. So there's a good balance and duality in that I want. Does that
Okay.
answer the question?
Hell yeah.
I guess we'll go into like discussion for a little bit, maybe 3 to 5 minutes of discussion if there is any. So yes, I'll request you in whenever we need you back.
Alrighty. Bye, guys.
Thank
So
you,
this
Daniel.
this means we don't really need the ballot at the very end.
It makes it a little faster, I think.
Okay, cool. So we can just discard the
Well,
ballot,
we could
right?
do it your way. I just thought, hey, she's not here. It's easy to show hands without her seeing it.
No, I like this. I like this way, and we have it recorded too, so it works.
Should I step out then? No.
No, we're done. Anna, should we announce it right now too?
Yes.
Okay. Well, I'm sorry to say, but the vote was unanimous, and you got president. Congratulations.
Sorry to say. Thank you.
Congrats.
Congrats,
Thank you,
Anna.
guys. Appreciate it.
You guys can still see Anna's face on my screen, right?
Yes, we can.
Yes.
Okay, cool. We'll go on to the next section, which is vice president. So vice president's requirements presides over meeting in the president's absence, oversees the functioning of committees, articles, I think that's 9, act as liaison to maintain communication regarding committee functioning with AIGA UTA, and provide leadership, goal setting, and visioning for AIGA UTA organization. So the person who applied for vice president was Josh, and he's the only person who applied for vice president, but he also applied for event coordinator. So that's where we have the 2 sections. And since he's not in here, it makes it easy. We don't have to kick him out and bring him back in. But I'll play his section for his video for VP first, and then we'll move on to event coordinator, and we can compare the 2 and see which role he fits best.
I'm going to put in the chat his statement for the questions that were asked.
Awesome. Tell me if you guys can hear this when I click play.
I don't think I hear it.
No,
Okay.
I don't hear anything.
But I think I might have to change include computer sounds. Okay, there we go. Let's see if this works now.
Hello there, my name is Joshua Viela, and I'll be running.
Can you hear that?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I'll resume it.
For the vice president role for AIGA UTA. Some of the things that I would be doing as a VP would be filling in for the president if they are sick or they can't make it to a meeting, along with hosting the meetings. But the other part of it would be working with the other officers to make sure everything's going smoothly and everyone's having a good time. But more importantly, the reason why I want to be a VP is to really, I guess, foster a sense of community here at UTA. That AIGA can be a place where you can grow as an individual and also a designer. Thank you.
Okay, so that was Josh's video, and let me check the chat. Do you want to read his statement, Anna?
Sure. So Joshua stated that, I think I'm echoing. Do y'all hear an echo on me?
It might be
Yeah,
my
you're
screen then.
accurate.
Let's see.
Okay, how about now? Testing? Is there
Good.
still an echo or are we good? Oh, okay, good.
Okay, yeah, it was
Alright.
because I was sharing computer sound. My bad.
Good. No, you're good. All right, so Joshua stated that some ways he'd like to adapt to remote learning is by talking through Discord to other students, make a space at home to work in school. So he says he doesn't he doesn't sleep much. But as far as awareness for the AIGA club, he'd like to get in touch with the professors at UTA communication. I think he meant visual communications there, and ask if they could put a slide in for AIGA. That way, in each class year, there would be a PDF and slide to show each semester. So, announcing those classes into classes.
Awesome. Thank you for reading his statement. Seichi, do you think we should also see the event coordinator position for him too, so we can decide, kind of compare the two?
Yeah, if you want. Well, technically no. He's running. You go in order, so technically he's running for this, and if he fails, then he would go to event coordinator. Is there somebody else running for event coordinator?
It's just him.
Yeah, I mean, technically, vice president outranks, and that's probably more important because then he could actually do both as vice president.
Yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
the key question usually is, does the president elect get along with the vice president nominee?
Okay. All right. Then I think we can just go into discussion about it. It's been unanimous that Josh becomes our new VP. It's gonna be my gavel. I forgot to do it for you. My bad. But clapping segment. I'll go into screen sharing mode again with my computer sound on.
Hello there. My name is.
Okay, so we'll skip this, or no, we'll do it. Sure. Event court. No, he already got VP. So is there a point to doing event coordinator?
I would just read it, so that way anybody may be interested, and you can also accept the floor to nominations.
Okay, cool.
Like there may be somebody here like, oh, I want to do it, you know.
Yeah. Okay, so event coordinator requirements is that they are in charge of room reservation and event logistics, creation of event ideas with group, and provide leadership, goal setting, and visioning for AIGA UTA. So it's not all under one person to create the events, but you would have a big play in the ideas that come to play in becoming an event. And everybody would pretty much discuss it and chime in their ideas as well to create new events for AIGA. And so that's just to like lower the pressure if you are becoming event coordinators.
And just to add a little bit of, wait, first,
oh, right, true, true. Yep.
But just to add a little on the event coordinator, Bailey was our event coordinator, and she had been in charge of developing some ideas with the mentor and mentee program. She did a really excellent job writing up a proposal. So you'd be able to experience some, I guess, professional manners, like, you know, proposal writing and stuff like that too, along with sides. So it's a good experience. And if you want, I don't know if you wanted to add anything to that, Bailey.
Yeah, I can say a couple words. I think that this past semester it was a little bit difficult because, you know, going virtually and stuff. But now that, I mean, we've had this semester under our belt, I think that whoever becomes event coordinator has will have a lot more resources under them that will help benefit the club a lot better. And it's been really fun. And, you know, coming up with the ideas and stuff to get the club involved and all that stuff. It's really nice, and it's a great way to like be professional without the extreme stress of of the fear, I guess, without like the fear of failing, because you have such a great team behind you to make sure that you don't fail. So yeah, being an event coordinator is a lot of fun.
Awesome. Thanks for filling us in on what it's like to be an event coordinator. You probably did a way better job than I did whenever I became event coordinator, TBH, not gonna lie. But yeah, that's very helpful. Is there anybody that would actually like to take the role of event coordinator or maybe apply? I don't think anybody can. All of our candidates have been like decided, and we have primarily alumni in here, or people who are going to become alumni.
Is anybody who thinks they're graduating this semester actually gonna fail? I mean, Dina, are you gonna stay around?
No, I'll consider.
Veronica, make sure she fails so we can so we can keep her a little longer.
Yeah, I'll fail just to become an officer.
Yeah, that's the spirit. That's
Yeah.
dedication. That's gonna be unanimous yes there.
I'm letting y'all know that being an adult is way overrated. I don't know why y'all don't want to stay in school. I keep trying to go back.
I'm just.
But you're in school forever.
I know. That sounds great.
Is that your cat? Oh my gosh, it's your cat.
Yeah, there's a
Behind
cat
the
right
curtain.
behind you.
It looks like you're being haunted.
I just saw like a head peek out.
Are y'all talking about me? Or are you talking about
Yeah,
Jen?
Yeah, we're
your
talking about you.
cat. It's over.
Oh, she's in the window. Yes, that's one of her favorite spots. Kind of creepy, right? My little
Okay.
creeper.
Okay.
Well,
Well, there's no. Let's move on.
I think Josh can also help with that position if he really wants to too, or anybody else. I'm gonna continue to share screen now. I don't have sound on, so you can talk freely. I think the next one would be treasurer. Oh no. There we go. So for treasurer, the requirements are to coordinate monetary transactions for AIGA UTA and create and coordinate budget priority and plans and requests for AIGA UTA organizations, biennial budget, and update annually. So the only candidate we have for that is Zindi, and I'll let her speak on why she should be treasurer.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Hi, so I'm Zindi, and I am the current treasurer. I was inducted in spring of 2020, so this last spring. And since the most of the roles as treasurer is mostly for events and like catering towards the financial stuff for events, I felt like I didn't really get to do most of the things my role indicates. So it was kind of like an adjustment, but I feel like as treasurer, I still had like a lot of learning to do since Fabiola was the past treasurer and she was kind of training me into the role. And I felt like I learned so much ever since I became treasurer. And I think since we're going to newer times and hopefully COVID is better by the springtime, hopefully I get to implement more of the things I've learned from her. And I think that there's only like better things to come, like me being a treasurer, and I think there's just more things to learn and just more things for me to add on to the club. And I've really enjoyed my time, and I think this team has really like helped me kind of fill in the role, and I never felt like I was alone, and I never really felt like I was by myself while I was trying to learn and how to like fix the finances for the club. Oh, and as of like the two questions, I think that AIGA would or the way that we could do like implement things for in a COVID situation, I think definitely our online presence should be increased. And I think like what we've been doing, trying to create community through Discord and through our events, I think that's been really helpful. And I think more of that and just more of the community that we had before COVID should be implemented towards like this online format, since we don't know how long this is going to go on. And I think the direction we're going to is a really good path. And I think we're starting to get more and more comfortable in like this way of learning and this way of community. So I'm really excited to grow and learn like with everyone else.
Awesome. Thanks for filling us in on those questions. And those are a really good introduction.
Thanks.
Does anybody have any questions that they would like to ask Cindy?
I was going to suggest you stop screen share so that we can see her video a little better.
Oh, shoot. Sorry about that.
Thank you.
Hi.
Hello.
Hello. Anything? I'm an open book.
What's your favorite part about being treasurer?
I don't know. I like numbers, and like I didn't really get to do that part of treasure much, but I really enjoy like trying to figure things out, like budgeting and like just doing financial things. So I'm really excited to get to do more of that as we create more events that like require those things, and trying to create things that we can use because we have money and we haven't really done anything with it. So I'm really excited to use the things that this club has created.
All right. How soon, based on your expert treasurer estimate, how soon can we buy a boat?
A boat? We have to do research. So we have a boat cost, and then I feel like a lot of fundraising because I don't know how much we could buy like a little blow up boat or a toy boat, maybe.
Well, you get back to me on that. I for one am excited for the AIGA UTA cruise. So, all right.
It might be a virtual cruise, but I'll let you know.
Seiji can lead. He's had experience.
In terms of, I have a question. In terms of budget, like, are you hoping to have any projects that you want to lead? I know that you're the treasurer, but I feel like, do you have any projects that you'd like to do in terms of?
I haven't thought about it, but now that you put it like in the table, I think it'd be really interesting to like try to develop something, because I think like projects are a really good way to, like how I was saying, to build that community, because we're so used to, before COVID happened, we were so used to collaborating with other people, and like we would just see each other's work process all the time. And I think that's just the big part that's taken away from our experience as designers. And as designers, we're used to having constant feedback. And I think I want to, if in the future I could create a project, I would want to create a project based off of that, just to create more of like a back and forth type of feedback. And I know we did start the mentor mentee program, so I think something like that, and just to branch off on those things, would be the best way to incorporate like that sense of community into our club.
Oh, good answer. Thank you.
Very good answer. All right. If nobody else has anything else to bring up, we can go into discussion about it.
Do I leave now?
Yes, you leave.
Yes.
Okay. Bye.
Bye for a bit.
Hello.
Hello. Welcome back. So the voting was unanimous, and you are our treasurer still.
Yay.
Okay, we will move on to secretary, and I think Brooke is in here. Yes, so I'm gonna share my screen without sound again, because I believe she wanted to speak at some point. So I'll read off secretary requirements first. Secretary requirements are to record and distribute the minutes of each meeting of AIGA UTA, bring up correspondence emails in officer meetings, and provide leadership, goal setting, and visioning for AIGA UTA organization. And Brooke did send a video, but since she's here, she can speak about those things if she would like to.
Hello, everybody. My name is Brooke Selby, and I'm running for secretary. So I went at this alone for a while before I joined AIGA, and I know how hard it can be. So I saw that whenever we come together in the community, we can inspire each other and encourage each other to become stronger designers and communicators. So I want to help contribute to the success of the group now that I have the time to devote to all of you. I believe that I am highly qualified for this position because I am an effective communicator. I am the queen bee of note-taking, and I care about this community, and I want it to be strong, even through the pandemic. So to go into the questions, I applied to this position because I wanted to get stronger in my communication and leadership skills. And I plan to interact more with the students and the members of AIGA next semester and encourage people to be more creative and more of a leadership position for everyone, just to prepare themselves for their professional careers. Because I feel like this joining AIGA has so many benefits. I believe that I will adapt in my role because of the remote learning, and in a way that I will be able to be more proactive in social media, such as Discord, Teams, Instagram, so that everybody's up to date with current events and agendas. Also be recording meetings on Teams and taking notes digitally and sharing them with our faculty advisor. And then a way for us to spread awareness for our club is to utilize social media and advertise upcoming events and stuff that we did, such as like mock interviews, portfolio reviews, and even some guest speakers. So this way, other people will see the benefits of being an AIGA. So also promoting a good, like how easy it is to join, and maybe even a discount to being a member because of the pandemic. So I hope you guys vote for me. I won't let you guys down. Thank you.
Awesome. Thanks, Brooke.
Thank you.
I think that was actually a lot. That was really good to hear you speaking about your positions, and like you overcoming or just like sending out that video, but then being like, you know what, I'm actually gonna talk. That was really brave.
Thank you. I'm like sweating all over.
Don't worry, we don't bite. All right. So does anybody have any thing that they want to bring up, questions or concerns?
It's okay. I don't bite.
Okay. I don't think anybody has like any questions. I think you nailed most of them in your intro. So I think we can just go into discussions for a bit. And yeah.
Okay. I'll leave the meeting.
Welcome back, Brooke.
Welcome back.
Hey.
I hope that little break was good for you. We had a long discussion about it, very long. I think it was less than 5 minutes. But it's unanimous that you are our new secretary. Congratulations.
Hey, thank you guys.
We'll move on now to membership director. Okay, so the membership director requirements is to update the membership list, send out emails to members through listserv, reply back to correspondence emails, and provide leadership, goal setting, and visioning for AIGA UTA organization. And the candidate we have for membership director is Cody Swanson.
Hello, everybody. So I am applying to this position because I think that I could be of great service to AIGA UTA. I approach everything that I do with a smile, and I believe that I could be a good face for UTA. It will most likely be a face that is seen through video for next semester, but a face nonetheless. My plans for AIGA UTA if I become an officer primarily revolve around performing the duties of the role, emails and all that. I'm really, really good with writing. I'm a skilled writer, and I'm excellent with lists. Everything that I do, I make with a list. I have so many lists of so many things around here. I'm good with lists. Beyond that, membership director, one of the things that I had as an idea, whenever I first joined AIGA, was creating a properly produced video with some decent production value to show as recruitment for new members, prospective new members, to take around to other classes, other organizations, other events and such, to show to people of what we're, show them what we're about. And I believe that I have the skill set to do that. I believe, the only VC student with a minor in film and video. So I have not only video and photography expertise, but also motion graphics, which can easily be adapted into remote learning, because we don't even have to, go set up a camera or whatever. We can just do things through webcam, through Discord, set everything up. Hi, this is me. Hi, this is me. And then I can splice everything together, cut it all together with some fancy motion graphics that show off what we're about.
Awesome. Does anybody have any questions for Cody?
Hit me. Go for it. I got it.
I mean, you covered a lot of it already.
Which is why I'm perfect for the role. I'm a very thorough person.
Yeah, I think nobody has anything to bring up, because yeah, you pretty much nailed it. So we'll probably just go into discussion and see what we can talk about.
Alrighty, I'll pop out for a moment and then just call me back.
Awesome.
Welcome back, Cody.
Welcome back.
Hi, it's good to be back.
Welcome back to our new membership director. The voting was unanimous, and you're our new membership director. Congratulations.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. I'll make you proud.
All right, we'll move on to the final position, which is communication director. So for communication director, the requirements are working on graphics for AIGA UTA social media, sending out messages in the AIGA UTA social media, so replying back and just responding to member messages, and providing leadership, goal setting, and visioning for AIGA UTA organization. And for communication director, we have two candidates. We have Maddie Katie and Taylor Ricks. And for this role, we can do two things, vote for either just one or vote for both, depending on if we see both to be qualified or just one to be qualified. And yeah, we will have Maddie talk first.
Can y'all see me okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yep.
Sweet. So, hey everyone, I'm Maddie, for those of you who may not know me. Yeah, so I've been communications director in AIGA UTA for a couple of semesters now, alongside with Dina. So since everything's switched online, I've primarily been handling the graphics for like the Instagram posts. And yeah, I would like to keep my current position for next term because I've really enjoyed creating these designs and just being involved in the AIGA UTA community. Next semester will be my last semester here actually at UTA. So I'm hoping to have more time to dedicate to AIGA since I'll only have 2 classes to focus on. So yeah, I came up with a couple of items. I just wanted to suggest we add to the schedule for next semester if I were to be reelected. The first would be like a featured Friday concept where we would share members' latest artwork on Instagram or Facebook. And that could be really anything. So like any personal projects, school assignments, freelance work, etc. If enough members are willing to participate, this would be a good way to promote not only everyone's art accounts, but also the club, especially since we are still in the middle of this pandemic and everything. So the second item would be working on a way to revive maybe a version of the art market that was supposed to be scheduled this past April before COVID, just came and ruined our lives pretty much. So yeah, I definitely like to create like a survey for members, just to get a feel on how many participants would be interested if we held the art market virtual or maybe socially distant on a much smaller scale. Okay, that's good to know, Veronica. I just saw that comment. So yes, it is going to be possible, hopefully, for us to do something similar. But the last item was to propose bringing back like more critique nights or portfolio reviews, especially before 21 and 36-hour CPR. Just because, yeah, adapting to the whole online learning was kind of rough at first. I know for me, and I'm sure a lot of you also. But with everyone staying involved through Discord, I feel like it's helped most members feel in tune with the apart but together theme that we've had. So yeah, those were pretty much the main things I'd like to overlook as re-elected communications director. So thanks for hearing me out.
Awesome. Thanks, Maddie. Those are really good points that you made. Does anybody have any questions for Maddie?
Yeah, I'm just concerned that you're gonna again do too well at your role. It might be embarrassing for some of the people who don't do their jobs as well, because you're just that good at what you do. Like it's unfair to the people who can't reach that level of perfection.
You're gonna make me cry.
You'll do fine.
Are you speaking about yourself, Cody? You're gonna have to step up your game.
Yeah, probably. But I'm looking forward to working with you, Maddie, and all of the rest of you as well. We're all great. Everybody's great.
If there's no more concerns, we can discuss it a bit more.
So I leave now, right?
Yeah, I don't think there are any more concerns. You may leave.
Okay, I'll go disappear into the void for a second. So bye.
Listen to Taylor's
Listen
side.
to the second candidate before you bring it back in. So it might be a little longer.
Yeah, I'll message her right now.
Taylor is our other candidate, and so I'll let her have the spotlight.
Hi.
Hey.
Okay. So I wrote everything down. So my name is Taylor, and I've been a part of this group for about a semester. Everything about this organization so far. I'm prepared to take on all responsibilities for this officer position, as I have some experience with previous jobs with communication, working with graphics, and having an active Instagram account and having previous leadership roles. I plan to do what is asked of me when it is communicating with others within the group, future members on Instagram, and more. When it comes to working remote, I've had many classes and classes now where they're all remote, so I'm pretty adjusted to it, but I have to understand that not everyone is adjusted to it, so I would be having, some empathy towards them and helping them along the way. Some ways that we can promote our group is by getting professors more involved and also having other student organizations like UTA students promoting us on Instagram, having contests, then things like that. And I hope that you vote for me. That's all I have to say. Thank you.
Thanks, Taylor.
Yep.
Does anybody have any questions to ask for Taylor?
You mentioned previous positions. I'm curious what those were.
In high school, then I was on a dance team and I was one of the captains. Like I wasn't captain, but I was one of the other captains.
Understood. Cool, cool.
Yeah.
Did that require you to do a lot of, I guess, managing of the group and such?
Yeah, when it came to being one of the captains, you have your own little dance group, and then you also interact with the whole team as well.
How'd that go, if you don't mind talking about it?
It was fine, getting to learn different personalities working together. Not all personalities work together, but my group, I was the leader, so we were like one of the best if you want me to like brag a little bit. So yeah.
You mentioned that you had an active Instagram. We got to see some of Maddie's work, so I think that it would be nice to see some of your work as well, so that we had a fair opportunity for you.
Okay.
Is it all right if you have a moment to put your?
You can deny that because it's technically not relevant.
Oh, it's not. Oh, my bad.
Well, I don't know if it's,
I have like 4 Instagram accounts, so.
Oh, whoa.
I'm curious, when are you expecting to graduate, like graduation date for you?
I'm like a sophomore, so 2022, 23. I'll be a part of this group for a while.
That's smart.
Yeah.
Because like typically people don't join like their junior or senior year, so I wish I joined sooner.
Likewise.
Running too. Nice. Excellence.
Does anybody have anything else that they would like to ask Taylor?
I have something. So, hey Taylor, it's good to see you.
Hey.
I was just wondering if you have any ideas on how to, any ideas to help raise awareness for our club during the pandemic?
Like I said, getting like other student organizations like UTA students. There's a few that I follow. Transfer Nation, all the ones that involve other students for others to see. Because even though we are just like graphics based, we could find other art majors through them.
Thank you. That's a really good idea.
All right. If there are no more questions, we can go into discussion about things.
Okay, I'll leave.
All right, welcome back, Maddie and Taylor.
So that was actually a long discussion, opposed to the other ones. We had to like
sweating. I'm like,
we had to figure a lot of things out because it's this is our first time doing it this way, and so there was technical things that we ran into, and so we have devised other solutions for things, but in terms of what we voted on for the new communication director, we decided that it was majority that Maddie got communication director. And do we want to mention the? Okay, so our discussion was that we can't have we decided that we are not going to have 2 co-communication directors. So that would mean you two would be on equal footing, and that would have more leverage on that side of in terms of officers. The communication directors, would have more power. So what we decided was to have one communication director, and if you would be okay with it, appointing a assistant communication director.
yeah, that sounds good.
Are you okay with that, Taylor?
Yeah, that's fine with me if it's okay with her.
Cool. So that means Maddie is our new communication director, and Taylor is the new assistant communication director.
Technically not. Taylor is not assistant until it is approved at the next officer meeting.
Okay.
So we'll just say that she's a nominee.
Okay.
For that. The appointment has to be approved by Anna's executive board.
All right. Cool.
And Maddie,
Who
you can
makes up
select
the-
it. You can appoint as many assistants as you want. If you want 100, you're allowed to do that. It just needs to be approved by the executive board.
You're gonna give her an army like that?
Any officer technically can do that. If Cindy wants to have 10 treasurers, assistant treasurers, she's allowed to do that.
Oh, can I have minions too? No.
Yes, you can have minions.
Cody's idea.
Okay, well,
I think the president's only not allowed to have minions because technically all the officers are your minions.
You're right. You're right.
Yeah. Yeah, that makes sense.
Well, that pretty much does it for elections. Sorry that was drawn out a bit. This is our first time, so we had to figure things out. But hopefully in the future, you guys have. Oh, right. True.
Oh yeah. So what happened?
So you left, and everybody got disappointed that you left, and
I'm so
you got
sad.
VP.
Oh wait, I got VP.
Yeah.
Hey, let's go. Did you play my video?
I did play. Well, I played your video for VP, but I did not play it for event because you can't have two roles. So,
Okay.
but
Fair
you
enough.
can like help out with event coordinator.
Yeah,
Yeah.
technically vice
Okay,
president
cool.
is perfect because the vice president takes on duties appointed by the president or executive board. And since there is no events coordinator right now, it's up to Anna. She can decide to move the responsibilities of event coordinator to you.
All right. And would that be decided at the next meeting?
Yeah, and you would hold
All right.
on to those responsibilities until that position's filled.
All right, sounds good to me. Well, I caught the tail end of the meeting, but at least I caught the end of it.
How about I ended the recording? We're stopping the recording. Everybody okay with that?
Mhm.
Yes.
All
We
right.
are, Miss President. I think you guys will do great. Like you got a strong setup, and I was kind of scared that we wouldn't have a lot of applicants, but then everybody just started showing up, and I was really shocked that when you sent out the list, everybody would be like, oh, I think this person. They would actually drop out of certain positions and be like, I think this person is more fit for this role before election even began. So I was like, so you guys are kind of like already figuring out who's slotting people into sections, and I was like, this would just be confirmation of things. But I think you guys will do great, and if you guys need help or anything, then we're always here. You can just DM us or, ask us for help if you need us.
Thank you. Appreciate it.